Yeah, I did go through the whole list of MyAnimeList top 100s, and we will be going through that. Just know this video is inspired by this one. The JoJo's steel ball situation was so bizarre that I had to make this video. Before that though, let's go over the insights that I had from the list. Monogatari taking up 4 spots, Attack on Titan taking up 6 spots, and the legend himself, Gintama, taking up 8 fucking spots, without even mentioning all the other ones like Demon Slayer or Haikyuu or other bum ass shows taking up more spots. It's easily more than 30 spots. You will realize after a few minutes why those 30 spots could be so precious for ranking purposes. Before I start complaining, I will at least try to list down few animes which I do think deserves a spot in the top 100, which are in the top 100. First one being Reze the movie, Stan's Gate, Hunter x Hunter, 1000 Year Blood War of Bleach, Monster, A Silent Voice, Violent Evergarden, Kimi no Nawa, Spirited Away, generational movies back to back, Legend of the Galactic Heroes, Bocchi the Rock, One Piece, Mushishi, Code Geass, JJK Shibuya Arc, Death Note. What the fuck? How is Death Note barely surviving in the top 100? Back in my days, Death Note was that anime. Okay, let's start bitching and moaning about animes which don't exist in the top 100. At least from Big Three, both Bleach and One Piece at least got the spots. But what about Naruto? Okay, even non-anime fans know Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's check their spots. What about influential animes like Yu Yu Hakusho, Berserk, and Neon Genesis Evangelion? Okay, right now I'm watching Evangelion and it's such a peak show and it feels bad that it's not even in the top 200 list. Okay, what about the most influential animes of all time like Astro Boy, Akira, and DBZ?
What the fuck was that?
Okay, let's talk about why does this issue even exist with the other ones. First one being obviously the fact that not everyone who watches anime use MyAnimeList to track down animes and seeing their progress, taking off hundreds of animes. God, just it gives them dopamine like a crackhead. Yeah. Second one is the most crucial one, the fragmentation of animes. Like Attack on Titan has first season, second season, then third season part 1, then third season part 2, final season part 1, final season part 2, final attack, even then few special episodes. I don't know, everything also has movie versions. On top of that, OVAs and spin-off series also take up the spots. In my opinion, we should have to click few times to check all these parts in the web page of Attack on Titan. Third one being website looks outdated. Not my complaint, but people did complain about it cause Mal should be investing something at least if they're getting 100 plus million monthly impressions. Fourth one is obviously the ones who dropped the show after the first seasons. They are not gonna be rating the final seasons. Only the people who are actually passionate about the series and love that series are going to be rating the final seasons. That's why the final seasons or recent seasons of any anime are usually at the top ones. So again, bias. Fifth one is the tribal culture of review bombing series you like or dislike. Happened with Attack on Titan in 2020 when they got close to the top one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans destroyed them with review bombing. Same shit's happening right now with Frieren and JoJo's Steel Ball Run. On the serious note though, how can somebody justify the number 1 spot of Steel Ball Run's single episode? You mean that single episode is better than the entirety of School Days? Okay, it actually is. Let's not even talk about this fiasco that occurred in 2020. This anime is literally about a dude hooking up with bunch of demon girls and rating them. Of course, Nuxtaku got in trouble cause of this, but you still with a point. Can't really trust Mal blindfolded. What's the solution, Harsh? Solution's pretty simple, just watch some YouTubers ranking. They are definitely better than Mal. I know Screen Rant blog posts are pretty unpopular. I have seen Swakage roasting the shit out of them back in the day, which is pretty sweet. Kitsu is something I'm trying to use right now. It has decent discovery feature, clean UI, community seems decent too. Of course it is smaller than Mal, but that's the sacrifice sometimes you gotta make. AniList is the biggest competitor of Mal. Everyone knows how detailed and flexible its scoring system is. It's definitely something you nerds should consider. Can't tell which one is better, AniList or Kitsu. Right now I'ma go with Kitsu for some time. If you interested in watching something philosophical, make sure to watch this video on the screen. Take care of your loved ones. Peace out, Girl Scout.